Well, let's see if we are going to get a great third map. We're going into Nuke, and we're back one last time with Sadakist and Moses. So take it away, boys.
Thank you very much, guys. Yes, one last time for today, that is. Of course, we are just on Friday. We've still got Saturday and Sunday, the weekend coming up, and some good Counter-Strike ahead of us, no doubt. Some good Counter-Strike, hopefully, on this map as well, Jason. As NAVI haven't exactly looked perfect in this series by any stretch of imagination, and Spirit defensively have been sound. And we're going to see more of that right now as they'll start out on the CT side of Nuke. And we've got your favorite gun. We've got dualies on the map. Dagster, however, has been removed from it already as Perfecto gets the opening kill. Good response, CTs. They want to take lobby.
Ooh, double kill from Perfecto. He was playing pretty good at the end of Overpass. That ace in overtime, unfortunately, still at a loss, but that's got them the upper hand, and Mir doesn't want anything to do with that battle at the bench. That's a tough one to win, and Boomich from straight below. And yeah, dualies are fun and all, but you know, in this position, when they're rotating out of position and having to get back into a box, it can be a little bit rough. And holy hell, Electronic adds a 4th kill for NAVI, and that's the pistol round all wrapped up, nice and neat.
Fast as well. Much quicker pace than most of the rounds we saw in the first half of Overpass. That's certainly true, as Some Die Young wants to try and make everybody else die except for him. 2 guns, it's like having 2 people. Just kidding, it doesn't work that way. I wish it does.
That would be kind of
Electronic
cool.
doesn't care either way.
Yeah, that's, again, based off that opening for Perfecto. Just so strong, so powerful. And there was nothing Team Spirit could do to get back in, especially considering Vents was blocked off by Boomich, so no rotations quickly to the lower bomb site. Here we are, Perfecto in ramp room. There's the first, the drop down, ooh, immediately upon landing. Chopper couldn't hit the shot.
Dagster to a scout, and SDY is actually... This guy's just balling out of control, right? He's got dualies and now the Mag 7. Just having all the fun.
Yeah, he's into the alternative weaponry, Matt.
Apparently, yeah. Slightly alternative indeed. Ooh, foot spotted. That was a nice shot from Dagster. Perfect positioning and timing. Bit of luck in that regard, but made no mistake to capitalize on it as he takes down Simple. He wanted to see above the smoke, so that means we've got the man advantage in the favor of Spirit. But yeah, Mag 7 certainly, we know this is the map for it, if there ever was one. As Bit will go back toward the lobby, holding the Mac 10, trying to clear out any angles and create opportunities for them. Electronic had already made it into the secret stairs, but I don't think it was a secret by any stretch of the imagination, given that the smoke wall was there, so he's not entirely confident to keep going. They're gonna rotate down, so maybe he was smart to do so. Love that graphic glitch, don't you? Just one window showing, the other one not. Boomich will fire through the one that doesn't have glass in it anymore and take down Dagster.
40 seconds. That's an equalizing kill, 4-on-4. And not a whole lot of nades for Navi to use, so I don't think they can go to the lower bomb site. It's gonna be hard to get in there. Like, you can't actually do it, but if you don't have smokes, if you don't have Molotovs to get in and protect yourself while you're planting, it's going to be such a difficult battle. I think they're relying on Boomich to maybe find something in the upper bomb site to make it easier, or they'll just take the kills right there. Again, it's Perfecto with the opening. And I think, do they come back up the vent? They've got to be careful. 10 seconds now on the clock, and it's just Magic's. And this round is going to slip in the favor of Navi, but it was relatively close. You know, we kind of, we skimmed over something, Matt. This is what, now 5 out of 5 pistol rounds won by Navi, I believe, in this series?
Yeah, good point. Yep, this one is actually going to be converted, though. It's the first time they'll do that in the first half, but that's a good point. That's significant as well. Like, normally, if you're winning that many pistols... Okay, I should phrase this carefully. Normally, it still is absolutely true that you're going to get a lead and you should be winning the game, but it's not as clear-cut as it always was. I know the economy system's been changed for a while, but more and more teams have learned how to be aggressive on the second round with it, so... And it's T-sides that typically win those because of the bomb plant aspect, but yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The fact that they've won every pistol in the series is certainly something Spirit's going to have to review.
Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it be like that. 2-0. Again, Perfecto is a savior with a double kill. And at least in this third round, it should be nice and easy. Team Spirit, unarmored pistols. Magic's the only one bringing a deagle into the action with some armor behind it. It's a little bit of utility picked up, a couple flashbangs. I imagine SDY and Chopper are going to follow Magic's around with those flashbangs and try and pop flash him into position. for a peek and an opportunity for a 1D.
Magic gets Simple down. That's a trade because he actually found Chopper before that. Bit does follow it up on the MAC-10. The HP dwindling away and quickly being completely erased and removed from Team Spirit. We go 3-0 up for NAVI. Pretty simple, fast round that time. I love this camera mount. They've really got to do something about that one.
That's a cool background. All right, here we go. Round 4, first gun round. Dexter's got the AWP in hand. AUG on Mir. Plenty of Molotov and smokes for the CT side, and Navi's got the full kit. The kit and the caboodle.
Kit and caboodle. Tasty as a ramen noodle. Or a toaster strudel. But hopefully not as ugly as a poodle. They're going to try and push forwards. Here's them coming and backs away with the AUG. Try to get a longer angle outside. He's alone in that position now. Looked like maybe there was a chance to rotate a player back through from ramp, but they're not going to do it. They're going to hold their own. And there's already a player in the basement at B in the form of Chopper. So he'll be downstairs and ready to roll and ready to combat the attack that comes in from Secret.
Yeah, but Team Spirit, this is the map they went to 5 overtimes with Entropic on, and one of the things they struggled with is finding enough support and enough defense at the lower bomb site to really hold off these hits. But really slow to rotate players down. And again, it's just Chopper here. Dexter has an AWP in ramp room, so he can arrive pretty quickly, but that's gonna, you know, force Chopper to have some success early on. And Perfecto's been good, but Chopper's got that kill. Simple, not able to find the follow-up, and there's Mir onto Electronic, and oh, they want to reconvene Navi. They want nothing to do with this lower bomb site all of a sudden, and I don't think they can get into the upper bomb site, so it might have to be a save.
Bit's got the only chance of doing it. He's going to go now. If he can get a kill when they walk up, that means they'll come up from ladder fast enough. Bit does get a trade. Mir's late. He's outside of the garage 9 seconds, but they can't find SDY as he was sitting on the hut the whole time. They went for it. They didn't save right away. It certainly was an attempt, but it just didn't quite work out. Too chaotic, and Bit thought he had the trade. They didn't account for the second player.
Yeah, I think because they had a MAC-10 coming up the vents, they thought that could be enough of a distraction to maybe provide that opening. Maybe he could do something crazy, get that first kill, and they'd be able to trade him off, but it's not to be. Either way, they've got another buy in the bank after that. 3-1, and this time Simple picks up the up. And AKs to fill out the Navi attack.
Quick flash outside. Mir trying to get his position slightly more comfortably established. Electronic takes that position rather quickly back from him. I could suggest as Mir goes down, Chopper's down on the stairs still at control room. Electronic is again working in that direction. So they are splitting up the map, Navi. And Boomich already inside of the vents could bust out. Chopper's back far enough away, I should say, that he's not going to be caught by 2 of them in a trade position, and they actually overlap and crisscrosses. Boomich to clear the stairs. Chopper's got perfect crosshair placement, doesn't even need to move the mouse, just press the button. And Boomich gets removed from the map in the rounds. Electronic's going to swing back up, though. Again, they're going to use vents to attack the upper bomb site. That's how much outside control they've had. It's not the Mag-7 this time for Some Die Young. It's a shotgun, but it's not very effective, as Electronic finds the kill instead. Smoke to cover off Magic. And bomb is planted. Now, the question is, do we get a save this time, Jason? This one looking more likely, but give it a second. Give it some thought, because we've got 2 kits. Clever smoke outside. That protrudes through the wall, extends and gives Chopper a chance to walk in, but Simple's aware of exactly what that's for. He finds the shot instead as Electronic gets traded. Bit's able to swing out, and that will do it. That'll spell the end. Dexter wants the op for the next round.
Yeah, I think they went for that retake because they had some of the resources to maybe try and flush someone from Navi out into the open. They had the bucket smoke that could help them get out. Heaven, they had a few flashbangs to set teammates up, and unfortunately, just not enough production from it. So pretty costly attempt at the retake. They lose 2 players, but they get to keep that AWP alive in CT spawn in Dexter's hands. 4-1 for Navi now. Electronics playing really well to start this map. A good kill outside, a good kill to help them enter into the upper bomb site. And you can see hands in the air. That's never a good sign.
No, confused as to how you die. Can't dissect it quite so easily. Perfecto leads the way. You're right, Electronic. I shouldn't say that. They're both tied on 5. Perfecto's just slightly higher on the scoreboard due to the way Valve likes to calculate things. So STY will drop down inside of the site. Magic to play on the hut. Good view from his perspective, because from the other side, it looked like the smoke may have covered that off. That one certainly will. The CT smoke through the door. Again, look at outside, Jason. Every round.
Yeah, Electronic, I think, is going to be a real issue for Team Spirit in this half. He's got to go down as one of the best players in all of Counter-Strike at playing this outside role on both sides of the map. And again, I mentioned that weakness that Team Spirit seemed to have of getting down here appropriately. If he's going to have any kind of success in some of these battles against Mir or Chopper, it's going to be tough for Team Spirit to recover. But at least this time, Mir is able to get them a man up.
Yeah, AUG as well. I don't know that the M4 wins that duel at that angle. Perfecto climbing back up the ladder silently in the lobby to not reveal to Magic exactly what his plan is, but obviously that'll be a Molotov down through the skylights. Mir's going to try and get closer to the action. Help his teammates. Help him. Boomich was outside. They never spotted him. He went right by Mir, and he never looked to his right, and that means Boomich gets underneath from heaven, the MAC-10 to get the kill, and they've got problems. They've got disruption. They've got Simple to take down SDY on the trade, and on the floor, Magic doesn't know which way to look, so instead he'll hold outside of the hut and hope that Mir can hold his back, but he can't do it. He still has the smoke to give him something of an effort, and immediately Boomich is aware that Chopper wants to come back around that side, so it's a 2-on-1 as Magic on the floor has the bomb planting, but Simple's got the op up close.
Yeah, Simple gets 3 kills and some fantastic shots at the AWP, but Boomich is the enabler that round. Boomich with that long route outside, never spotted. Again, Team Spirit just missing one tiny detail that has huge implications, and Boomich is able to get up top and support all of his teammates perfectly, especially with the MAC-10. Not only the kill on the AWPer, but he's Molotoving into the site, forcing a player into the open for Simple to get a kill. He's smoking off Mini. He's spotting a player in Mini. He's flashing for Simple to get the final frag inside the bomb site. Beautiful round from Boomich. You also got to ask the question, how does he get all the way outside with the MAC-10 without having to shoot his weapon or make a footstep or be spotted?
Simple waiting as well up close as Electronic once more will go in that direction. Pistols only. Interestingly, they haven't used the wall of smoke despite that they're up against the pistols this time, and the Deagles certainly menace them. Now they'll get the smokes out. Molotov already covering off secret stairs so they can't push through, and Electronic, you're right, just considers everything, doesn't he? SDY gets Simple down. That drops the bomb temporarily, but he and Mir are the only 2 left. I think Mir's going to be found any second.
Yeah, Electronic's got like a really, really deep individual playbook of things he likes to do outside. I mean, obviously, different varieties of how risky it can be, but he's just so good. He knows all the tricks, he knows all the angles, he knows all the positions, and he's on point. So far, so good. SDY's got 1 kill towards the end, 2 in the round, and would love to save that AWP, but once that shot rings out, that's like the dinner bell for NAVI. You can see Perfecto, Bit, and Electronic all closing in towards T-spawn. How many guns do they want to commit to take this op out of his hands?
I don't think they're going to commit too much on this. I mean, the economy is still quite tight considering the circumstances. Flash will help. That's going to help a lot. SDY gets his vision back, and a second flash comes in. Electronic, hello?
I think he was blind too. He didn't.
I think so, yeah.
He didn't realize he was on his left.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't see the animation because he was already in a jump, but yeah, that was a bit confusing. I think you're right. I think he didn't see him.
Well, for a series so far that's had some relatively weak T sides, most of the success these teams have come from solid defenses. Rough start for Team Spirit. Or a great start for NAVI, whichever way you want to look at it. NAVI's offense clicking this early in the map bodes very, very well for NAVI.
Perfecto. Oh my goodness, that was insanely close to a kill. 1 HP for Chopper as he responded to the M4 firing in the smoke, and Chopper's realizing that he got slapped back for an attempt at a bit of luck. That means Dagster's going to rotate the AWP over to ramp instead. They won't be anticipating that. That's a good rotation as Boomich gets caught out by it. And a deep smoke. Now, does he, in turn, expect the possibility? Nope. No, absolutely not. A Perfecto being up close as he walks out and gets the AWP down in return. And we look outside where Mir is way back at CT spawn again. And guess who is at Secret? Double rotation this time, though. The 1 HP of Chopper is already inside of the site. Magic is going to try and push up. Gives himself away. Tries to go for the shoulder peek, and Electronic responds brilliantly with a headshot.
It's hard, man. Electronic's so good down there. And now the guy who's always tasked with the lower bomb site, sometimes on his own, is Chopper. But he's only got 1 HP. So SDY is going to come back and try and reflank Electronic. Might be in a good position for that. And there's that low health. Again, not a whole lot of help for Chopper. So much utility. Navi can smoke off both the doors. They can Molotov anything they want. They can get a free plant. SDY pretty committed to this retake, and Mir's going to go for it as well. At least see what they can get in a 2-on-3.
Decon door closed, though. Audible cue for Navi to stare that direction as soon as it's open, and Mir's going to try and flash him out. That works to at least get him all the way past the silo, but doesn't spot orange box. Puts the Molotov in. No, that forces Bit out, and Bit makes no mistake on it, but Mir's able to capitalize. He almost, I thought, would have had a chance. Perfecto holds on and just barely gets the kill in return.
What a filthy shot from Bit out of the Molotov. Yeah, this makes sense why you're calling a timeout here. Team Spirit just getting beaten across this map. It's a thing of beauty from Navi. Everywhere they go, they're finding what they want. Only one round, only one hiccup. That's round number 4. It's been a hard-fought series.
4. A very hard-fought series, but now Navi's finally getting the legs going early. I mean, we've seen them have very good successive streaks. The 10 rounds in a row on Mirage obviously comes to mind. That stands out. In fact, I think it was 14 rounds in a row in the end of it. But either way, Spirit found a way to hold on Overpass, and this time now Navi, I think, has just had enough, and they're certainly showing that on the T side of Nuke so far. SDY is going to go back to a Meg 7 after this timeout. To do so and still be equal in money with his teammates. Wow, we haven't seen this from it yet, though. Timing is everything in this game, is it not? That is so close to a kill for SDY, and his ambitions and intentions thwarted simply just by misfortune. A step too late.
Well, look at the pace that Navi's getting outside. Boomich and Electronic already pressuring towards heaven. Electronic has spotted one above, one below, and Boomich is already at the air conditioning unit. Electronic, a bit of a battle. Spots 2. Boomich should be able to at least clean a couple up. They know there's 2 outside, which means SDY is the only one, and they hear these footsteps. And now Team Spirit, yeah, they've maneuvered themselves into different positions, but they've maneuvered themselves outside of the bomb site to be able to defend it.
And they've spotted the shotgun in his hands as well, so that's why they're not chasing down the peak quite so comfortably. They don't want to give anything away. Simple actually gets a second kill as he gets through the smoke and finds SDY. It's Chopper on 5 that will rotate over as the bomb is planted, and I think he's just going to give this one up. Doesn't even want that shotgun. Forget it. He's out.
That's a blind shot from Simple. All he knew is that the shotgun was towards the lobby. He just takes a single random shot through the smoke and it connects. Double kill for him, double kill for Boomich. It's going to be 8-1 in the favor of Navi on this T side.
So far, Nuke. Oh, that's unfortunate. Crosshair. It's hard to tell on Go TV sometimes, to be exact, but it looked like it was just barely behind where he needed to shoot on my screen, but
it's also, you know,
that's
Deagle sometimes.
That's fleeting. Yeah, I was going to say that fickle Deagle, right?
See some incredible shots with it, and then you also see some easy, lined up, slow shooting Deagles miss what seems to be simple headshots. AWP back in the hands of Dagster. 2 AUGs picked up by Magix and Mir. They've got to do something to take care of outside. That'll be, I think, where the biggest adaptation is going to have to come for Team Spirit. Something that can slow down Electronic. And Boomich. Near behind the boxes at Red Box. And he's hoping someone's gonna cross by him, but there's Electronic peeking everything, checking everything, and clearing it all. Magix is now down below as well, and even Chopper's kind of considering the rotation.
Simple waiting again once more toward the hut position. Magic. I've done it, Jason. You've got it in my head. I tried to save it halfway through the word, but it's Magix.
It's so stupid, isn't it? Why can't we get
It's
past
so
this?
annoying. It's like the circuitry in your brain is just wired wrong and you can't do anything about it. Oh, which and Bit find the kills. SDY stands still high and tall on top of the hut position. Chopper's on the floor, and he manages to get two as they came through and didn't expect, or at least anticipate him to be in such an odd position off of the wall, and it catches them out just enough as Electronic at least pulls this back into an advantageous situation for Na'Vi. And the bomb with 30 seconds is going to try to make a play at lower in the hands of Simple. Excuse me, it's Electronic that's get it down. Simple's got it. So Chopper's there, and he spotted it. Simple didn't plant it right away behind Silo. I thought maybe it was Electronic. He was going to rotate back and check it, but he gets the round on the kill instead.
I think he was holding off for Electronic to get there because Electronic dropped 2 Molotovs in front of the vent, so there could be no rotations through that part of the map. So the only thing available was to go all the way back around through the ramp room. And I don't think Simple wanted to risk it after almost letting, what, a 5-on-2, I think, slip away from them. That was way too close for how successful the early round was from Na'Vi.
So Simple outside with the AWP in hand. Has his entire team with him this time, and he'll catch out Dexter through the edge of the smoke as Mir sits back on the Deagle. Simple's not done there either. He's not going to go down the stairs. He wants to close out on everybody that waits. I love how Team Spirit with pistols say, screw it, let's just sit outside, because that seems to be where we're getting absolutely destroyed every round. If not by information and territory alone. One rotation downstairs to try and cut back in the hallway, but Electronic gets caught by Chopper. Simple with an op up close has to be a little bit careful here, but I say that, it's Simple. He can do whatever he wants at this point.
Yeah, and he's probably feeling just incredibly confident at the moment with the kind of scoreline they have. Good response from Magix. However, Boomich is now at the secret stairs, Bit in the squeaky door, and Perfecto outside on red box. Still going to be tough for Team Spirit to figure out how to win this round. They're all split, everyone on the defense. And there's Perfecto and Magic spotting each other outside.
Bit waiting as well as he's already come through squeaky. Magic's to swing back with the Deagle. Catch them off after they've gone in. This is information for Chopper as well. Good shot on Boomich, but Perfecto's back in position and nails both. Reads the flank, and SDY, they may not read this. They're looking toward heaven. Perfecto's going to check it because there's no peek from heaven. There's got to be at least a chance that he's back toward lobby, and a good controlled round from Na'Vi. In the end, it didn't exactly start that way.
Yeah, very patient, though, and good recovery. You're exactly right, especially with the time running down. At that point, the time is almost like an opponent as well. So heads-up play from Perfecto. He had a great start to this map, and he's continuing it. 11-3 on Perfecto, 12-6 on Electronic, 10-6 on Simple. No one from Team Spirit quite yet in double digits, and they haven't won a round. It's a 7-0 run for Na'Vi at the moment.
Good start as well. It's Perfecto that's got the kills, so SDY gone in this round already. Watch Dexter. Does he spot him? He does. Easily spotted, not easily shot. As he emerged and then disappeared again inside of the smoke. Patience on the trigger, gets the kill, and it's all Na'Vi after that. My God. No chance. Yeah, thumbs down, I agree for the CTs. No chance so far in this half.
I feel bad. I was actually watching GoTV. I don't know what the stream was on, but if you're on, if it was on Magic's POV, that poor guy ate 3 flashes, like perfectly spaced out. He was blind for like good 10 to 12 seconds, and he had easy kills on his monitor the whole time if he could just see. Nice usage of utility from Na'Vi in the upper hit.
Poor Spirit as well. They worked so hard in this series to get to this point, and now they're just getting destroyed. I mean, imagine they had a closed out Mirage. We wouldn't even be here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of, those are the kind of things that when players give like post-game interviews after a loss and they feel like, yeah, we feel like we should have won that one, and everyone's like, are you crazy? Or like, you know, you always feel like that. It is things like when you go back to Mirage and you realize you had him beat, and then you let him run off 14-0 to close out the map. Ooh, barrel spotted.
Yeah, you saw it. Yep. That's a good time to turn off X-ray as well. I mean, it's pretty obvious now that we know, but it can be misleading, so he's just waiting to see Dexter, if anyone's going to peek him as he fires with the scout. Does hit the second shot. He actually hit both those. He hit the third as well. He hit everyone. If that's an AWP, that's a pretty sick round.
I mean, that is just exactly a perfect look at what this game has been like for Team Spirit, what this map has been for them. They've had a few rounds that get close. They've had a few really nice plays and really nice calls, and just not able to complete much. Oh, it's happened again.
That's foolish. The fact of the matter is, though, this is still somewhat significant because there's a lot of damage done. And SDY is an MP9. He can spray them down. That's the high HP play. No, it's not Perfecto. Excuse me. I thought that was Perfecto that was caught. It was Electronic. So there's still a chance they collect on this. It is frustrating to watch that happen in the short context of that alone, but now they're going to clean up the round. Brilliant. That's great damage done. That's why ADR is an important stat, Jason.
Oh, yeah. Very important. Perfecto. 10 seconds. They're toying with him. They're toying with him. Might as well just go die. Get a Molotov off the hut and pray that no one's in heaven. But apparently there is no God. 11-2.
Scout, that's also one of the things that I think Chris J used to say way back is, doesn't matter if I get the kill if I'm allowing the pistols, or in this case the SMGs, to get the kills more easily. Just shoot at everything. So Dexter this time will wrap outside. He's got a WP rather than the Scout to work with, and it's finally a second round for Team Spirit, and it comes on the back of an eco, of all things. As we hit round 14, Mirror trying to find someone outside. Meanwhile, Boomich and Bit have found kills. Dexter, the AWP is gone already. Magic's, he was removed, but Mirror's able to back off while not exposing himself too much to Twinkie. He wants that AWP picked up, but Simple slowly working in that position. Not to be outdone, SDY slides out from heaven and sends Simple straight to hell, as it's now a 3-on-2 in favor of NAVI, and that'll get one worse as Chopper gets found. Then SDY goes back up into the heaven. Bomb at this point down below.
The amount of dinks that I've seen Team Spirit get and not able to complete the kill is so sad. You got to feel for the guys at this point too. SDY maybe going to investigate a bit towards the lower bomb site, but no real chance that he's going to be able to pull this one back. He might not even go down and peek into the bomb site, just going to hide away. 12 rounds for Navi on this T side. A dominant showing to open up this third map.
Yeah, super dominant indeed. 12-2. And looking also to get into that upper bracket final where Gambit, we know, is going to be awaiting for, or I should say waiting for them, not awaiting. Awaiting their arrival. English. Tomorrow morning, don't forget as well, we have our 5th place matchup and Tropic versus Fours. That one's tough to call. I see reasons to believe that both teams could win. Either team could win that. I mean, they've each had some individual breakouts in this event.
I'm taking in Tropic.
Yeah, I did too, and I think that they came out of Group B, which was a bit messier, but Fours again played well in Group A, which had Navi and Gambit in it, so
yeah, Fours
it's tough to read that.
Fours is a very good team, but I'm taking in Tropic.
All right, cool. Well, we agree, so we can be friends tomorrow.
Yeah, we can be friends just for the day.
I was thinking just for the broadcast.
Just for
not
the
even
broadcast, not even the whole day. Just for like 9 hours.
Exactly. Mir wants to come back up from secret stairs, and he's going to get aggressive on the CT side. We haven't seen outside aggression at all, because guess who's been shutting them down every time? Well, it's Electronic, and guess what? He's aware that if he's not there, there's a chance they push. Talk about a curveball thrown by Electronic. Or is this what they call a changeup, Jason? I'm not as versed in baseball.
Yeah, changeup is good. Changeup is nice. I'm not well versed either, but I think changeup is the one where you don't expect the speed that it's at. It looks like it's quick, but then it drops.
Exactly. That's exactly the one. Well, it works out because it's the same result. Electronic gets the opening kill against Mir, but they've lost Perfecto. Simple. That is sexy. As SDY goes down, he goes back to the AWP, and you can count on him taking out Magix as well. Dexter's got a lot to do here. It's a 1 versus 4. The good news is we get to see him try and go for it because it's round 15 and there's no reason not to. The bad news is I don't think this will go very far. Does at least see Boomic's feet. But making a ton of noise. Simple now knows he's up above and he's going to fall right in front of Simple. And of course, he's ready for it with the knife. That's so perfect.
I want to see that Deagle shot. That Deagle shot was filthy. Just, oh my God, they're laughing. They can't even contain it.
I love how Simple just knows, look, he's going to come down to the floor and just sits with his knife below him.
Little bit of a pause at halftime. Here we go. Now we're talking.
Not bad at all. Good half overall from
Navi.
Navi. I mean, that goes without saying, but SDY does get 11 kills. It's super evenly distributed. 15 for Perfecto, 15 for Simple, 13 Boomich, 13 Electronic, and 9 for Bit. So everyone contributing on Navi, including Bit, who, despite, you know, being at the bottom end of it, Jason, is 9-5.
Second half player. It's all right. Yeah, I was going to say.
There might not be much of a second half, though.
Yeah, but he'll probably get at least 7 kills here before this closes out.
You want to take an over and under on that one, chat?
Yo, it's Electronic too. Like, he started out the half so well, and that outside presence and secret presence that he had, like, really got Navi started on the right foot. But I think he only got like 1 kill in the last 5 or 6 rounds. Like, they didn't even need him at a certain point. Like, I feel like Navi hit this like critical mass where then they just unleashed everybody, and it was like, yep, go. We're going to win every fight, so just go find a battle you want to take. Just go find somebody to kill, and everyone obliged.
So the ADR 107.9 and 108.6 for Perfecto and Electronic. Just waiting to see what's going to get underway. Perfecto says 1 sec. Probably just a bathroom break, Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, odd that he has a bathroom break at the shortest half that we've had all day, but we'll give it to him.
Could have been drinking a lot of water all series, and it's finally gone through his
Hydrating.
system, all right?
Yep.
Like, yeah, you know, it's catching up with him. His back teeth are floating.
That's gross. 13.
I love how many times we're going to see the knife. Look at the reaction. Perfecto loves it. He's just ready for it, waiting and watching, and then he's staring at the camera, feeling sad and wanting us to know that he is not happy with how things have gone.
Safety Award 2011, 12, 13, 14. No accidents at this nuclear reactor.
Yeah, I've said it 100 times,
yeah.
but I still think it'd be really cool if those were the major trophies. Be very,
Or
very cool.
somewhere on a map, you know, like maybe not here. This seems like a rather like not.
It just seems like an obvious spot, but yeah, okay, maybe this
It is
isn't
like the only like trophy.
It's not the best display. Yeah, you want it somewhere more prominent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the only thing that like looks like it could have trophies in it that we usually see. You know, like Dust doesn't have anything that like trophies could sit on.
Whoa, okay. Maybe we could. What they could do is have a trophy case somewhere on each respective map that the series that won the major was on. So like Hobbit and Gambit winning on Inferno, there could be a trophy somewhere on display in Inferno, right?
So Inferno would just have a ton of trophies in it.
Well, but it would have, yeah, it's true. But I mean, like, I mean, just for the majors, right? So kind of
Yeah,
it's a trophy would be there, and I don't know. Just trying to think of how to get one on every map so that there's. I mean, they have the graffitis. Maybe that's too much like the graffitis, but yeah.
It's all right. We'll work on that. That idea needs a little bit more time in the oven, and eventually we'll get there. When all else fails, when you have no idea what to call, go for a ramp rush. You're right at Bit. I told you, Matt, he's going to get 7. All in this round. Here we go. Coming right at him. Dexter and SDY each side of ramp. Ooh, they're not committing, though. They don't want to push all the way in. It's just Bit holding off the entire team.
Well, so far, the entire team not wanting to push onto him, so it seems to be working out, but they're going to go for the highway wrap. Get underneath of Heaven. Awkward pressure on to Perfecto as he gets pushed back further and further, and the Glock has a lot more bullets than the USP. Perfecto, in fact, jumps down on top of the silos, knowing that his teammates already won this duel inside. Simple wants to rotate around, try and shut down Team Spirit getting upstairs, getting in that Heaven position, but he is erased by Bit. It's only Some Die Young, though, and Mirror that remain. And no bomb plant. 50 seconds. Boomich behind, box on floor, will be able to look up quite cleanly.
I think Boomich is trying to preserve ammo. The last 2 times we've seen him with the CZ, he's run out of bullets. He's had to use knife. There he goes. Gets his 2 kills. Bit has 2 as well. Only 5 more that he needs.
I imagine, yeah, like he seems to obviously like the CZ and keeps going to it, or CZ, I should say, for me. But I'm sure his teammates were even like, dude, stop spamming it. Like, because it was 2 games in a row in this event that we saw him be completely out of ammo. Now, Ancient 2 days ago, it didn't cost them because they were in a 1v3. Yesterday, it absolutely did on Inferno.
Yeah. Listen, sometimes you get into a weird situation and you got to just unload everything. All right, potential door bust. Smoke goes down. Boomich breaks the vent for the sound cue. Closes the door so they can have the safety of that sound cue to let them know when it opens.
Again, it's still intact enough to have hinges, which is the good news for that sound, as it's the MP5 for Boomich to work with, and he's going to go back again toward that vent position. Perfecto still on the floors, trying to cover off Huts. The only kill so far is against Magic's. Dexter gets one back, so something to start working with on the Team Spirit side. So far, Bit's got 2, Jason.
Yep. Gonna get more, don't you worry. Electronic, this is dangerous. Timing of Mir's peek. There. Oh, he spots the shoulder. Oh, I don't think Mir even realizes he's been spotted. That is unfortunate, but Electronic is now aware. There's our boy. Adding more onto his tally. Gonna drop down as well. Let Simple get 1 and weaken the other. And Bit is certainly gonna come back for his 4th kill in the half so far.
Keeping track. I like it, Jason. He needs 3 this round.
3 more.
If you nail it with 7, I'm done. I'm out. I'm leaving.
There's no way he gets 3 kills this round at Ramp Room. Unless they rush him, like, it's not happening.
Oh, yeah. Now you're going to change your tune.
Yeah.
Well, they'll force into this because they have no other choice. Maybe there's another round after it is what I'm suggesting, but it's going to be a triplets of MAC-10s, and one of them's already got a kill. 2 Tech-9s. It is an upper rush indeed. Perfecto trying to hold on from Heaven, and he's not quite confident enough to peek back out as Electronic is smoked off at Mini. Doing everything he can to try and get back inside of the site. We go for the bucket smoke again. Not quite. There's already one deployed in front, so it wouldn't have as much of an effect walking out from Heaven because it would still be blind on entry. As Bit needs 3 kills to make Jason a happy man. Flashes go in. Good setup down below as well, though. Shots coming up. Magic gonna back off. Mirror's actually got the shot. Bits removed. Bomb ticking, and I think NAVI will concede this one. It's gonna go 15-3, and at least one more round in this game, as Magic even makes sure that Simple's not gonna get any exit frags.
Yeah, losing an hog right at the end. That's painful. Perfecto's hoping he got blown down out of Heaven, but nope, not there. Not to be found. So, 15-3. A little bit of a lifeline for Team Spirit. And losing that AUG was painful for Simple and Bitten Boomla.
Booma?
The man with 3 names. Buy right back into it. Everything's picked up. Scout on Simple, Deagle Armor on Bitten Boomich, and the saved FAMAS and M4.
So far, so good with some shots and damage, but no one going down. Simple trying to just spam the scout toward the smoke. Doesn't catch anyone, though, and Spirit will take a little bit of map control away. Smoke's about to dissolve, though, dissipate completely, and thankfully, no one's standing in the open. When it does, is Simple was still looking for a kill. Oh, Boomich actually hit Chopper with that. See, as the head snap back as he goes down to 31, but they're actually going to ramp outside. So even though they had access towards Secret, they elect not to use it. They want to try and open this up, and Simple's backed way off as a result of it because they had Electronic down below, and he hasn't spotted anyone yet. So Simple is expecting this and catches them out going for the Heaven boost. And jumping up above, he'll take out Mir now. He's got a chance for another. And this is such a hard angle to hit for a T. So hard to fire through that forklift at range. Give up on it altogether. And this is still a good wrap, though. Reverse ramp take?
Yeah, but look at Electronic. He just snuck in. He's closed the doors as well. They don't know he's here. If they don't clear this, if they're distracted enough, Electronic swings out. He's got the first. He can survive. He can survive all day long. Molotov forces him into the open, but he's found safety in the barrels. He knows where STY is coming from. Oh, but he addresses Chopper first and closes it out. 16-3. Our boy Bit didn't exactly get to 7, but, you know, we'll take it.
It was close enough. I'll give it to you. That was a good prediction, but that was a sick round from Electronic, and you called it. You spotted it. They didn't have time to clear everything out. He peeks it out. There was only 12 seconds left when he got the second kill. And yeah, good closure from NAVI in the series. I think that sends a message, but it seems there's still a bit of a recurrence of NAVI not really waking up in series early enough.
Yeah, the Mirage one was pretty worrying. I think Overpass is what it is, but the Mirage one was kind of scary, especially when you see what happened when they did kind of show up 14 rounds straight. That's where it makes you realize how flat they were before that. But I think one revelation too is exactly what the desk brought up before we went live with the series altogether. Is both these teams' map pools a little bit shaky. There's some question marks of which maps we're going to be taking it to with these squads, and obviously unfortunate that Spirit couldn't put up more of a fight on Nuke. Regardless,
I'm curious well, I was just going to say before we throw it back over, I'm curious as well when we see Gambit go against NAVI again, because that seems to be inevitably coming now. If it's the same map pool for the third best of 3 in a row, or if someone is going to throw a curveball at it. Because, yeah, we've definitely criticized NAVI's map pool, and I think rightfully so. And I'll do what you were going to do now, Jason, and send it back over to the desk.
Sounds good.